Welcome to the Law of Attraction in Action. Thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Michelle Joy, and I am your host. And today is my Monday solo session where I get to teach you tips and tools about law of attraction and how to live a magnificent life. So if you want to watch this, you can see this on YouTube. I will share the link here on the show notes. This is the only ones I make into a video are my solo sessions. But I want you to also know that you are so appreciated in my heart. And I've gotten so many great emails, and I love so much that what I teach is helping you in your life. And it really means the world to me. So I don't know, I'll never stop saying that because I appreciate you all so much. So today I'm just going to get right to the meat of it. And I'm going to talk about how we move our body affects us and law of attraction and what we're manifesting and life in general. So if you're just tuning into my podcast and have never listened to before, I'm going to tell you a little bit about me just so this podcast will make more sense. But I'm also a certified soul coach, a certified happiness coach, and a licensed Heal Your Life teacher. And so what that means is I bring in lots of other tips and tools that are not just strictly law of attraction, but also to help you with your emotional well-being, which is tied into law of attraction. But sometimes people want to hear like specifics on how can I attract things? And I'm going to talk about that in this podcast, but I'm also going to help you feel better. Just feel better. That's the whole purpose of life, right? And I also have to say that I just finished my joy videos. I've been doing 365 days of joy. I ended it yesterday. What date was it? May 23rd. And I did an entire year of sharing my joy. So if you want to check that out, go to my website. There's a link to it. But I've learned so much on this journey about joy. In fact, too much to just share in simple posts. So I am probably going to write a book. I need to write a book about it and be able to inspire you all to live in your joy. So that's really exciting. So my big mission in life is to help you be happy, be whole, live a joyous life, and to get through those hard days. I know I bring up a lot of suffering, but there is suffering in the world, and I'm not going to not address it because Lord knows I have it too. So thank you again for tuning in, and we're going to talk about moving your body. So the reason I'm bringing up moving your body is because when I talk to coaching clients, or even for myself, or when I used to teach the law of attraction here in Portland, Oregon, I would have people move. And it's funny because I'm a big mover. I love to move. I love to dance. Dancing was my first love. That's when I was 11 years old, I started dancing, and I was this really shy girl who, had red hair, and I was really tall and really awkward looking. My last name was Grody. Okay. So you know how bad my life was growing up. But dancing was the one thing that got me out of my shell. So I love to dance. And in fact, dancing was my probably first connection to spirit, even though I didn't know it at the time, but I was tapped in when I moved. I loved it. So that's why I'm bringing that up in this podcast, as far as when you are struggling somewhere in your life, or you're feeling down, or you're feeling bored, you're feeling like you just need to shift your energy, you have to bust a move. So let me tell you a little story about how dancing really helps me, and maybe it'll help you too. But I had I don't know if I shared this recently, but I had a meetup group that I was teaching, but I was new to hospice and I was really struggling. I was a hospice nurse. And oh my gosh, it was like the worst day ever. I was so stressed out. I either wanted to vomit or cry. I couldn't tell. I was so overwhelmed. The stress was huge. And at the same time, there's a guy that I was dating that I knew was going to end it with me. And then I had to teach a class that night with my group about how to raise your vibration. And here I was, an absolute wreck. I had like 65 people RSVP too. There's a lot of people relying on me, and I am a wreck. So I'm like, how on earth am I going to feel better? So I ended up and got in my car, and I just released it to God. I said, God, just take this from me. This is too much. And I felt a little better. And then I got home and I went to my meditation bench and I meditated, and I felt a little better. But what really shifted me was I got in my kitchen, turned on some good music, and I started dancing. Like I just busted a move and I felt so good. And I ended up teaching the best class I've ever taught. In fact, people afterwards are like, wow, like you're amazing. Like, how did you do that? It was just like, it was so amazing. So that really shifted me. And I also learned this from Tony Robbins. He says, motion affects emotion. And again, I may have mentioned this other podcast, but it's always good a reminder on how much moving our bodies affects us. And so what happened was I went to a Tony Robbins event where it's this, like I don't know, couple, maybe 10,000 people, was a lot of people. It was just for a day-long event. And I thought, it was going to be all Tony Robbins. Well, it wasn't. It was all these other people selling their stuff. And so I was getting really angry, really annoyed. And I was tired. And finally, Tony Robbins came on. And during this early time, I wasn't talking to anybody. I was there with my sweetie, but I didn't even look at anybody because I was in such a grumpy mood because Tony Robbins wasn't speaking the whole day, right? And we were being sold all this stuff that I didn't want to be sold to. Has anyone had that happen to them? Anyway, so Tony Robbins comes out and immediately he makes us all move. So we're jumping up and down. He makes us move. Like he says, get up and make it like 10 times more, and 30 times more. And, just feel something in your heart that you love and then start moving, right? And by within minutes, every person in that room was bonded. All of us were feeling great. And it was just like, he instantly changed the room from making us move. So do not take movement lightly because problem is, and this is what I've learned with my soul coaching, is when we keep doing the same thing over and over again, we don't get into that creative flow. Sometimes you need to put yourself into a different situation to get that creative flow. And so moving your body it's something, even a movement you've never done before, or, do a song that you've never danced to, or go for a walk in an area you've never been into, but just move your body. It is so helpful and it really will shift your energy. So if you're feeling low, if you're feeling low vibration, you're feeling like things aren't going well. And I especially really believe that if we're depressed, if we're really having a hard time, you really should move. And I know that's hard when you're in the muck to make yourself move. But if you have a good friend that says, come on, let's just do it. Just do it. I also went to an event. It was a Hay House event, and what's her name? Sonia Choquette. And you walk in the room, and she's a medium, and I love her stuff. But you walk in the room, and music was playing, and it's I don't know, maybe 200 people were in there. And on the stage was Sonia's daughter, who's I don't know, in her early 20s, and she's dancing on the stage. And nobody's dancing, but of course me and my friends were, because that's how I am. I'm all about dancing, right? So we're dancing and having fun. And so Sonia Choquette came out. She's like, I want you all to move, move. You need to dance. And she was kind of mean about it. She's like, what's wrong with you people? Get up and dance. And so what was so funny is the people who are next to me, in my group of friends, where we're dancing, we're busting, moving, they're looking at us really weird, oh my gosh, these people are complete cray cray. And I'm just smiling, having a good time. I don't care. And then, Sonia Choquette she forces people to move. Same as Tony Robbins, just do it, just move. And then all of a sudden we're moving. And these women who were sitting next to me that looked at us like we were crazy, they were smiling and laughing. And then we bonded, and one woman goes to me, she's like, oh my gosh, I so needed this and I didn't know it. So, and actually the whole workshop that she did they're all small mini workshops, but her whole thing was dancing. And she said, spirit loves it when we move. They love dancing. She talks about angels, and that also happened to me in my happiness coaching. We were dancing a lot. We did a lot of movement, a lot of dancing. And the same thing, woman who's a psychic medium, she goes, the angels are celebrating because we're moving, we're dancing. So it's just more than just physical activity. It moves your spirit. It moves your stuck, depressed, mucky energy when you move your body. So that is a huge one in my book. Of course, I love dancing. But I on one of my joy videos, I think I even danced a couple times because I just love it. But if you, again, are stuck, just move. And even if it's just a little bit, but I kind of recommend putting a really good song, a song that makes you move. And when nobody's watching, you close your eyes and you just move and you'll feel so good. So on that note, there's another thing called Nia. I'm not sure if you've ever heard of it. My best friend, Anne in Ireland, and hi, Anne, she often listens to my podcast, but she teaches Nia in Ireland and is actually invented here in Portland, Oregon, but it's all over the world now. And Nia is a way of connecting with the body and movement. So it's a combination of dance, Tai Chi, and yoga. So if you've never checked it out, check it out. But it's such a great way. And I take Nia here in Portland, and I love how it like really connects me with my emotions. So when you're moving in Nia, you connect with emotion. There's, you know, usually a theme, at least with my teacher, where she talks about, okay, today we're going to talk about, you know, abundance. And today we're going to talk about, you know, self-love or whatever. And moving our body into those areas and feeling it within you on your physical body is going to affect all of your body, your spirit, your body, your soul. It's all connected. And the Nia is a really good way of connecting it. So if you have Nia in your town, or if you're in Dublin, Ireland, check out my friend Anne. But I love Nia because it is a way to connect, and on a mind, body, spirit way. And again, once we connect with our soul level, we're going to be able to attract more into our lives, because then we are easier in getting into alignment, right? And getting out of that muck. So another thing I love to teach, and this is so powerful when you want to manifest something, is to hold your body as if you are in that person or place or thing you want to attract. So say you want to attract wealth, you want to have a wealthy mindset. Well, hold your body as if you are in this powerful mode, like you are that wealth, you are confident. Even when you're not feeling confident, just put yourself in that power pose. I have my coaching clients do that all the time. They just, you know, we're on Zoom and I have them stand in a power pose, and that feels so good. And if we do that power pose every day, and what that looks like, a power pose is you stand with your legs apart, your arms, look kind of like Superwoman or Superman, and just stand in that pose and hold your head up and really take in that energy and feel the power. Like even when you're down, even when you're insecure, you're scared, you put yourself in that power pose and you will shift. You will shift your energy. You will start to also then, again, you know, it's another tool, you know, you have visualizations, you have affirmations, and, you know, vision boards, but you also have how you hold your body, because again, your body is giving you, it's a direct connection to spirit too, because it's all, our bodies are all connected. And so when you hold your body in that power pose, or you feel how good it feels to be in that position, just imagine your body being there, you're going to attract it quicker to you. So another thing, which is not just on your body, but how you dress, I'm just going to throw that in there, even though it's not movement. But if you want to manifest like a career that looks a certain way, like even if you're unemployed and you're like, okay, I really want this job, but I'm unemployed, dress the part every day until you get that job. But not only do you dress it, so what happens is, if you dress that way, your body starts to feel that way. So if you're having a hard time making your body move into like how you want it to be, put on an outfit or some kind of clothing that would make you feel that way. Like I do that sometimes in the morning. I want to go to the gym, and sometimes I'm lazy. I will put my gym clothes on right away, because when I'm in my gym clothes, I feel like, okay, I'm ready. I'm ready to go to the gym. Like it inspires me. But if I'm in my pajamas and I'm like, no, I will talk myself out of it sometimes. So, but if I have my gym clothes on, I feel like that, just ready. Like, okay, I can't wait to get on the elliptical or the treadmill, and I can't wait to do my weights. Like my body gets excited when I'm in those clothes. Isn't that crazy? So these are just really good tips and tools as far as, you know, how you can get yourself out of a funk, how you can attract better things to you, how you can start feeling like using the visualizations and the affirmations, and how, you know, you could be that person that you are visualizing to be. Now, I always want you to know that you are perfect and whole as you are. You don't need to be anybody else. But oftentimes, that part of us that is dying to come out is that outfit, that visualization. So you, like, I heard this from Sam Ovens. He is I don't know, he does consulting.com. And so he teaches online courses and stuff. He's an absolute genius. But I remember him talking about how he didn't like who he was. So he kept dressing and acting as if the person he wanted to become. And what happened was he became that. Now, some people may think, well, you're pretending to be someone you're not. But I think, on the other hand, I believe that is who he is. That's who he's meant to be. That's why he's drawn to that, how that looked. And now he's like a billionaire, so it's paid off. But he needed to get himself in that role through his imagination. And he did that by dressing and pretending to be that, and by physically moving his body. And he did start attracting, but when he started attracting, that truly is who he is. Because oftentimes we limit ourselves on who we are. Most of the time we limit ourselves on who we are. So even if you have this idea, I want to be this, and you dress that part, you become that. And then it's not you pretending to be someone you're not. It's actually your soul's calling you to that. So listen to that. So anyway, I hope this helps. I hope you feel inspired to move. If I had an ability to get you all dancing with me on these podcasts, like if it was live, I'd be like, okay, we're all dancing now. I would put on some music and we'd do it. Although the one video that I did where I did my 365 Days of Joy video, I had the music on and I recorded on my laptop thinking my laptop would pick up the music, but it didn't. So it's just me dancing to no music, but that's okay. I'm good with looking bad or silly, or I'm one of those people who's really okay with making fun of myself. So anyway, I hope this helps you. I hope you, again, get inspired to move, to stand in the power pose every day. Even just do it every day, it's going to shift you. Go, and if you have a Nia class in your area, check that out, or anything else. That I love Zumba. Zumba is so fun. I haven't done it in a while, but I love Zumba because it's fun. It's playful. And I had my favorite Zumba instructor, Julio, quit doing Zumba, and I wish I can get him back. So if he's listening to this, I want him to come back. You find a good teacher, you want him to stay. Anyway, okay, well, that is probably where I'm going to stop, but I hope it helps. And if you have anything, any suggestions, any questions, any, ahas, or, any, thank yous, which I love to hear, by the way, please reach out to me. You can send me an email at michelle@loamiraclemindset.com, or you can go to my website at michelle-joy.com. That's with one L, MICHELE-JOY.com. And I would love to hear from you. So I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'm sending you lots and lots of love, and I believe in you, and I know that everything is always working out for you, because it just is. All right. Well, check this out on YouTube if you want to see me. Otherwise, I will talk to you very soon, and happy manifesting.